Good evening. So I'm here with my Browning Buckmark Magnum, .22 cal break barrel. Good rifle barrel, goes from here to about there, so it's about 6 inches, just over 6 inches long. I had to fit a red dot because this sight, even fully down, I'm still shooting about 4, maybe 5 inches too high at 10 meters. So I've got a Gammo REEVES'S stop here, about £9. Put a block on here and attach the old sight to the top. Notice I've got a steel screw through there because these alloy bolts failed ages ago, so basically that's clamped solid. It is zeroed pretty well. I'm using the Superfield, which is a 15.9 grain, okay, with a 5.52mm head. So I've got 2 paper targets, one at 10 yards, one at 12.5 meters. I've got 6 cans at 12.5 meters, another paper target man at 15 meters, 3 cans at 15 meters and 2 cans at 20 meters. So we're going to take the 2 paper targets first, and then we'll pause it and then we'll carry on. Okay, so here goes. Freestanding two-handed. We'll go to the red dots, okay, and see how we do. So, see if we can keep her still. That's the difficult thing. Take the glasses off. Okay, it's got a manual safety, so you have to put that on manually. So, take the safety off. Looked like it went dead centre. So that's 3. Four. That one might be a little bit low. It's a bit windy today, so definitely low, so that's 5 there. So we'll move on to the 12.5 meter target. It's got a nice day today, it's about 22 degrees. That's 3. Four. Five. Okay, so we'll go and bring the targets up and see how we did. So that's 5 shots at 10 yards. You've got 4 here and 1 over here. Definitely moved and pulled that one. Yeah, so they're pretty central. Aim point was sort of like here, so they are shooting a little bit low. Okay. The 12.5 meters group again, sort of like there. I'm obviously moving around as well, which isn't perfect. Basically down to my breathing problem, but yeah, I did pull that one down there, so that's not too bad. That's about 1.25 inches at 12.5 meters, and that is about, well, width wise it's probably less than an inch. Pretty sure if I kept them all still I'd get you get a decent group there, at least inside an inch, 5 shots, if you haven't got a breathing issue like me. So I know roughly where to aim for the cans. So we'll pause this and I'll set up focus on the cans. Okay, back shortly. Good afternoon. So I'm here with my Browning Bookmark Magnum 0.22 cal. I've got 6 cans at 12.5 meters. I'm going to try and knock them down. So here goes. Just zoom in on the cans. There they are. So here goes. What? The wind's quite strong today. That's obviously blown away once already. Two. 3. 5, 4, right? 5, 4. I didn't quite hit that as clean as I wanted to do, which is down. Yeah. That's it, 6. So that's pretty good. So what I'll do, we'll move on to the cans at 15 meters. There they are. Just going to zoom in on those. Right, so you can hit these. Not sure where the aim point will be. Probably near the top of the can. One. Two. Missed that one, having a crack at that. Must have been a fraction off. Oh, I clipped it. Just clip that one. Yeah, it's better. I'm struggling to keep her still there because of my hernia being outstretched. Just tend to tighten up quite a bit. Right, now I've got 2 cans out at 20 meters, so we're going to have a crack at those as well. So there's a long way out. Just zoom in a little bit on them. There we go. Let's see if we can hit those. So I'm not entirely sure of the aim point. Probably near the top of the can. pistol's doing about 4.2 foot-pounds energy with these pellets. See how accurate this red dot is. Now still I can keep her. So here goes. It's pretty bright today, so the red dot's not particularly clear. Yep, that's pretty good. Let's get the second one. Excuse me. Missed it. Moving around. Breathing's really difficult at the moment. Let's have another crack at that one. I don't think I was too far away. Yeah, got it. Yeah. Probably didn't hit it completely cleanly, but even then managed to hit it, so that's not too bad. That's 20 metres out. So yeah. So my actual view on this pistol. Right, interesting. So it's a spring pistol, break barrel. It's got a good rifle barrel from there to there. So it's about at least 6 inches, I think I measured it, or 5.34. 5 3/4 inches long. Definitely you need some form of red dot, because if you look at this barrel looks like it seems to come up a bit, and I've noticed on one other YouTube review, and I won't mention it because you can Google it and find it, in 177 the guy did actually fit a red dot on it to hit at 10 metres. So whether it's a trait of this pistol to shoot high, but this pistol was shooting about 4, even 5 inches high with a 15.9 grain pellet at 10 metres. Yeah, with this sight fully down. Yeah, so the actual fixed sights are pretty useless on this particular pistol. And yeah, whether it's the same with all of them, I don't know. Accuracy though, I think is pretty good. Red dot works okay. This is a real old red dot, by the way. So it's got screws missing. It's got a bolt there to hold it on tight. You definitely need an arrestor block, which are quite cheap. They're about £9 in UK. This is a Gammo one. It's got steel clamps either side and one at the top, which holds it steady, and you'll need a block to raise the red dot above that, otherwise you'll catch the back of this. Okay, just trigger. Yeah, it's getting better. It was a bit notchy from new. It is getting smoother. It breaks very consistently. Obviously, this pistol is unloaded now, so yeah, when you pull the trigger, it gets to about there and breaks. It is single action, single action. So. Yeah, I could try maybe polishing the sear up and the trigger and see, and that might smooth it a bit. I've already given it a little bit of a lubrication. It's quite easy to take this stock off. 2 screws either side, one underneath, and the stock just lifts off. Just be careful you don't lose a little indicator and a little spring that locks that. There's a little spring inside there, so just be careful when you lift the stock off. There's a little pin with a little spring inside it, and that actually operates, that makes that switch. Okay, so just make sure you don't lose that when you lift the stock off. Okay. Yeah, cocking effort. Obviously, this is too heavy for a youngster, but and it's quite a hefty pistol. I think about 1.3 kilos. I think something like that. You must actually weigh it. Actually, if you look at my review, all the details are on there anyhow. I just can't off the top of my head think of remember it. So yeah, is it any good? Accuracy wise. Yeah, once you get used to firing it a single action, it's predictable. I think the barrel's pretty good. It shoots these pellets very well. When I got this zeroed in, I have shot this rested, by the way. You would have seen the video of me shooting it rest of a bag, and it was grouping really tightly. Excuse me. So it's only me moving around that makes that group on those 2 paper targets. Yeah. So if you can keep still and you can keep it on target, you will get a good group with this pistol. Energy wise, yeah, I'll show you the actual latest chrono results. Yeah, so these are the latest chrono results. These were taken about 3 days ago through my R2A. 10 shots, okay, and it was averaging energy was 4.25 foot-pounds energy. Yeah, the muzzle. Its velocity average was 347 FPS, a minimum 343, a max of 349, and a spread of only 6 over 10 shots. Yeah, which is actually very good. So it's consistent. The barrel is obviously good. If you shoot it rested, it's grouped really tightly. Yeah, I think I put 4 shots inside that sort of gap. So at 10 meters, so that proves that this pellet and the barrel is working very well together. And obviously the power plant, now it's settled down. Out the box, it was doing about 4.7. Then it dropped to about 3.75. And because I've put about 300 or 400 pellets through now, the actual Springer has actually settled down quite a bit. It's still a Springer, yeah, and it still needs a certain technique to shoot with a Springer. Okay, so yeah, would I recommend it? If you have to like a Springer for about, this is about 150 in the UK. Well, it's well made, but there's 2 things that really Umarex need to improve on. They need to work out why these sights don't shoot right, because they shouldn't do. So they put these sights on this Springer, but you can't get that rear sight low enough to make it accurate. There's no adjustment on it. So there's got to be something to do with either, it looks like this comes up, and on the other review video it also looks like it comes up a bit with a 177. So really you've got to be like straight with people and say, if you're going to review something, at least say this thing doesn't shoot with the fixed sights, the sights fitted to the pistol. You've got to fit a dot or a laser. Because people might buy this and might think, oh, I'll go and shoot it. And the thing is, because it was shooting so high, I'm okay because I've got 30 yards of range with steel sheets along the bottom. And when I shot at a target 10 meters and it didn't hit it hit the actual steel sheets at the back of the garden. So I thought, well, wait a minute, you shouldn't be doing that, not with the sight fully down. You should be shooting low, okay? So it's something to take in mind if you think about buying this pistol. And it is a nice pistol, by the way. It's quite nicely balanced. The grip and the actual position is nice. Don't forget, I've got sort of relatively like medium-sized hands, not small, not large. So the actual trigger position is quite nice. If you pull it slowly, you can actually work out where the bite is. So you can put it to where the bite is, hold it. You can actually take up some of the slack like that, and just hold it, and then just squeeze that fine little bit to take the shot. So it is predictable. If you shoot it a lot, you'll get used to it. It's predictability. Okay. Cocking wise, yeah, it's got easy to cock. Yeah, really, it's the sight. The sight is the main problem with this pistol. I don't know whether it's common to all of the bookmarks, but yeah, if Umarex had actually designed this to shoot at 10 meters, this what looks like a raise here should have actually been level. So the adjustment at the rear wouldn't have been necessary. You have an adjustment for elevation, and you wouldn't be shooting high, so you wouldn't have to fit a dot on it. So it's a bit strange, and it's not overly powerful at like 4.25 foot-pounds energy. Okay, so yeah, would I recommend it if you're looking for a Springer for about 150? Yeah, only if you can fit a red dot on it, and you certainly need an arrestor block, because it does. I've fitted this. I just fitted the red dot on its own, yeah, with some adapter rails, and it just slid all the way back, and then it started to bend and chew the back of the actual ring. So the recoil, obviously, on a Springer is can be quite vicious, obviously. So you need to make sure you have an arrestor block with another block, and that is solid. That is seriously solid. Even with the back screw missing, it's still solid. There's more chance of the actual thing failing because of its age than anything else. Okay, so that's the review of my review of the Bookmark Magnum. They come in 177 and 22. This is the 22 version. It does shoot very well. I said that red dot is zeroed, and I managed to hit targets out to 20 meters. And the ones I missed, to be fair, were entirely me. Yeah, because my breathing was absolutely. I just can't hold it out for too long without just not. It's all about just timing the shot, and that's all it is with me. So yeah, it's well made. Not keen on this rear sight. It's all plastic. Same sight as the actual Tornado, Air Force One Tornado, but that Air Force Tornado sight, identical to this, but actually does work. You can actually adjust it. For some reason, this pistol is shooting high. I can only assume, looking at that, yeah, that this has been designed with a rise on it for some bizarre reason. It definitely looks like it goes up. and it does on other videos as well. So either it's a design fault or a manufacturing fault where the block has been manufactured incorrectly, but I don't know. But as I said, if you can put a dot on it, you know, laser, then it's not an issue, not an issue at all. Okay, so yeah, I hope you like that video. Thanks for watching.